If you feel like you're ready for the employee to entrepreneurship pipeline, I want you to listen into this message because I'm going to share with you one piece of that pipeline that is often overlooked, that once you check in with it, you'll recognize that, damn, that's also the part of the pipeline that will take you out. My name is Sarah Billions. If this is your first time here, welcome. If this is not, thank you for returning. This is where we talk everything entrepreneurship, human design, and personal branding, aka how to make a 6 to 7 figure bag being yourself. Now, I got into entrepreneurship back in 2018 because I was fired from my previous job. Ching! And I was fired because I was so busy doing real estate on the side. That's when I had learned real estate part-time, and I was like, yes, I'm about to leave this gig and do real estate full-time because I was having a ball and making some money part-time. And then what happened? I got fired. And in me getting fired, that meant I had to jump into full-time entrepreneurship, probably before I had planned, but right in divine timing with God's plan. And so one thing that I recognized really quickly is that yes, the freedom is exciting. Even though I didn't have all the money I wanted yet, the time freedom was everything. That's when I recognized that time freedom is truly what we're actually going for. Financial freedom too. But along that journey, I recognized that I wasn't having the success that I wanted, and that's when I attended my first in-person personal development course, Momentum Education, what up? And that's when I recognized that people get paid to coach. And I was like, wait, whoa, 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 people get paid to coach? I've been coaching my entire life, even before I even knew what coaching was. Like, I just love to see people win. I love sharing my life experience and my interests in business and being your best self. And I've always just used those words to encourage the people around me. And so when I found coaching, I was like, actually, real estate, I love you very much, but this is the thing that I want to do. So I hopped and skipped and became a confidence coach. And very quickly, I was having a lot of success. I mean, I have a very big, bold personality. And on top of that, I am a 4/6 splenic projector in human design, which means that my intuition be telling me what I need to know immediately. Like, as soon as I meet somebody, I can pick up on exactly what they need, right? And so I had a lot of success right off the bat. And what success looked like was literally clients that were doctors, attorneys, business people. Like, I had clients that were running big organizations. I was asked to lead and speak on different panels, and I actually earned over 6 figures in my first year. So I thought I had hit the I thought I was everything. I thought I was at the top of this food chain. And then very quickly, I was burnt out. Like, literally probably a year and a half into my business, I was burnt the heck out. And I didn't really know what burnout was. I just knew that I felt like I just wanted to lay on the floor every day and I just wanted to do nothing. Like, I almost hated coaching because of how tired I was. And this is around the time that I found human design. This is when I learned that me and you and every individual in this world literally has our own unique way of operating, right? We are spiritual beings in a physical experience. If you've been here before, you've heard me say that. If you haven't, this is maybe your first time. We are spiritual beings in a physical experience. And every physical apparatus, aka our body, has its own unique amount of energy, its own unique aura, and basically its own unique way of operating in the physical realm. So when I learned this, I was like, oh, that's why I burnt out, because I was out here trying to be like somebody else. I was literally sending proposals to big companies because I see the vision. I see how I can improve your bottom line and make you happy, make your customers happy, make your employees happy, make the community happy. So I'm sending out proposals. I'm also setting up tons of discovery calls with people who just want to learn about my business, and I'm hoping that they sign up. And even if they didn't, I was just happy to have that interaction with them. On top of that, I'm going live on Facebook every single day for hours at a time. And then I'm sending out a daily message to over 2,000 people on WhatsApp that's inspiring them. Like, when I tell you, your girl was busy, and on top of that, I had the nerve to start a social media management company as well. So not only am I coaching, I'm doing a social media management company. I also had an OnlyFans. That's for a whole nother video. So I had a lot going on. I was excited about all of it. I was having fun, but obviously I did not have the energy for it. And so this is really what we're focused on in this conversation, because I definitely went from employee to entrepreneur, right? Or so I thought. You see, the thing that we often overstep on the journey from employee to entrepreneur is this simple fact. We've spent a whole lot of time working for somebody else. We may be really good at what we do for someone else and what we're getting paid to do on that job as an employee, but that is vastly different than what it looks like to run a business, okay? And so what happens in the middle that no one ever talks about is this thing called self-employment. And this is the thing that took me out. And what I mean by self-employment and what I mean by it taking me out is this. When you come from being an employee where you are exchanging your hours for pay, that is your conditioning. That is what you're used to when it comes to generating income. If I exchange a certain amount of hours, if I hustle hard, if I work hard, then I'm going to have a whole lot of dollars. That's not the case. You're going to be a whole lot of burnt out, okay? At least that was my experience, because as much as I was doing, I was still, in a sense, living paycheck to paycheck, right? Because I'm like, when is the next client signing? When is the next check coming from my clients that I have on retainer? Like, that is where my mindset was, because here I am putting out all of this energy, working myself like I'm an engine and not having the results that I want. And that is the definition of self-employment. Like, you stop working for someone else and you literally start working yourself for yourself. And that is that middle piece about business that people don't necessarily talk about much. Everyone's like, be an entrepreneur. You're going to make so much money. You're going to become a personal brand and you're going to have people working for you and all these things. But the reality is, being an entrepreneur is very different from self-employment, which is also very different, but very similar to being employed. And so as you're watching this, if you are already an entrepreneur or you are interested in being an entrepreneur, I want to help you to transition, maybe without that middle piece, but if you're going to go through that middle piece, let's go through that middle piece a bit faster. And the way that you're going to do that is, one, understand that entrepreneurship and being a successful entrepreneur actually means having systems in place. You see, that's a difference between being self-employed and being an entrepreneur. When you're self-employed, there isn't really a system. There's just you hustling hard, putting in the time, and hoping that you're going to get a big break. Side note, I'm going to let you know right now, the big break is not coming. The big break is going to mean you're going to be tired. Okay, that's the big break. The big break is burnout. The big break is, I'm exhausted. I can't believe I chose this. I should probably go get a job again. Okay. And so I don't want you to get another job. I want you to understand that you have a purpose in this world. And when you have systems in place, you can fulfill that purpose. That was a part of my journey that I didn't know I needed. Like, I had a couple systems, I was using Google Forms and all of that to have things flow, but it still needed my hands-on attention. And I only got so much of that, especially now that I have a daughter and a man. Having a man is like it's a nice responsibility, but it's very demanding, just like having a baby, just like having a business, okay? So now that I have all this going on, I am not surprised if the universe was like, baby, we're going to burn you out first so you can stop working, because you think the way that you're doing things is the way that you do things, and it's not. Hello, if you didn't see my previous YouTube video where I talked about inexperience is so important, because when you approach things like, I've never done this before, you actually open yourself up to thriving, to being successful, because you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Please show me the way. And I had to have this new approach to business if I wanted to be successful, right? My goal is success. My theme for life is success. So in order for me to embrace success, I had to also embrace inexperience and really love that. And so when you're going from employee to self-employed or employee to entrepreneurship, I want to encourage you to embrace it and to approach it with curiosity. Understand that having a business isn't you now exchanging your time for money. That is not a business. That is you being self-employed. That is you exchanging your time for money. And it is going to set you back. It is going to make you feel like this was the worst decision that you've ever made. And entrepreneurship is not meant to feel like that. Entrepreneurship is meant to feel like I am servicing people. I am making a difference. And this difference is making my pockets fatter. Profit, baby. Okay? That's what we're here for, right? And so, what you want to research for yourself, look into for yourself, are the systems that are going to support you in honoring your energy, whatever energy type you are, whether you are a manifestor, a projector, a reflector, a generator, or a mani-gen. We all have different types of energy. We also generate income in different ways based on our energy. Hello, I'm a projector, so I'm all about giving my insight. I make hella money when I share my insight in a way that you can consume and love and apply. Okay, there's different ways for you. I'll do that in a whole nother video, but every single energy type has its own way of generating income. And so you want to put systems in place that support your energy type so that you can fulfill on your purpose. Now, those systems do not have to be anything complex. I think something that you can build system wise without any real experience is one, having an online presence. Like, you having an online presence is like the game changer, a difference maker in terms of attracting new clients, in terms of educating your clients, in terms of giving your clients somewhere to go and reference when it comes to your materials. Like, that's such an important place, because when you're sending people to other reference points, that person may have their own product and then they just took your client. We don't want that. Right? You want to have somewhere where your people can come, they can get to know you, get to know your energy, get to know what you talk about, get to know what you believe in, get to know your modules and how you go about things. And then from there, they can now maybe purchase your book or look more into your course or just follow you and learn more about what you have going on, right? So a very key component of your system is this thing that you got a camera right now, getting on whatever platform that you love and producing content. Literally, people need to have 7 hours with you before they say, yeah, I like this person, or actually, no, I don't. All right. So when you have that amount of content online, people can consume it. They can get to know you. They can learn from you. So that's a very important piece of your system, right? And it's like the first touch point for your potential client, your potential customer, right? From there, you want to have something where you take them from that platform into your own space where you're nurturing them. Now, that could be a book, that could be your newsletter, that could be like a free community that you have. Whatever you choose to do, this is a system here, right? You have that initial touch point, then you take them into a more nurturing space. And then from there, then you're going to share with them the different things that you offer, right? And so this is the system that really works for you and works with your energy. I talked earlier about how I used to be online for hours on live stream. Your girl did not have a system, at least not a system that worked without me. My system at that time was like, go online, talk for an hour, sometimes two, because when I get going, I'll be very excited. And then from there, I'm like, hey, if you really like this video, share it with other people. And people definitely did. But imagine if my system was share it with other people and go to my link. Or after you watch this video, go check out other videos that I have and check out the courses that I have available. Or after you watch this video, sign up for my newsletter and I'll keep in touch with you. We'll talk about that system in a whole nother video, right? But there are so many more effective ways of not only touching base with your potential clients, but then keeping in touch with them, nurturing them, and preparing them for the inevitable sale, all right? And this is one of the things that I wish I knew, but I didn't know back then, and that I know now, and I want to share it with you because you're probably very excited about being an entrepreneur or becoming an entrepreneur, but I don't want you to get burnt out. I was there. It's not fun, okay? I literally didn't make money for 2 years. Not because I didn't want to. I didn't have the energy to. I really didn't. And so we can skip that self-employment phase where you're offering your time for money, which is not very profitable, and go into the true core of being an entrepreneur, which is actually having systems that support your energy, that support your clients, that support your business overall. And it allows you to live your life, produce content, know that the content that you're producing is doing the things on the interweb that it's supposed to do without you being there. And then, because you have a system in place, once they watch the content, then they hop into your system and they are nurtured. And them being nurtured increases the possibility of a sale, okay? So if you're watching this, I just want you to know, business gets to be freaking fun. And in today's day and age, having a business is literally easier than it's ever been. Connecting with your people is easier than it's ever been. Like honoring your energy and having a business and loving on your family and traveling the world and exercising and eating the right food, like all of that is possible. However, it will require a system. Systems make things work. And this is one of the things about entrepreneurship that I didn't know up front. I had to learn the exhausted way. I'm not going to say the hard way. It wasn't hard. I was having so much fun, but it was exhausting. And this one little tidbit of information would have made the difference for me back then. And I know it's going to make the difference for you today. Okay. I love you so much. Go learn about some systems or just subscribe to this channel because I am going to produce more content to help educate you on that as well. But I think that understanding this concept is really going to change the game for you so that you're not exchanging your time for money like an employee, because you didn't leave being employed to go be self-employed. You left employment to be a business owner, to make a difference and to level up your freaking life. Okay. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.